Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel CodeBit ER. In this video guys, we are gonna learn something new, something different. In this video guys, we are gonna learn something new, something different in HTML, CSS, JavaScript as well as local storage. Okay, yes guys, you heard it right. In this video, we are gonna use local storage along with CSS, HTML and JavaScript to build a simple yet a dynamic wish list of product. Okay, so guys, to show you guys, I have already built an example. So guys, let me go to the example and let me explain you the example, what I mean and what we are going to learn in this video, in this session. So now let me go to the example. So guys, as you can see here, we have got the text dynamic wish list of products. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, we have got 4 card. Okay, and we have got the product images, product name, product descriptions, and below the descriptions we have got the button also, add to wish list. Okay, and below that you can see the wish list now. So let me click on the button, see the wish list now. As you can see here guys, wish list, nothing in your wish list, add product now in the wish list. So guys, to add product to your wish list, we have go back to the main page, and from here guys, as you can see here, we have got the button also, add to wish list on each and every card. So I'm gonna click on the button one by one and we will add the product in our wish list container. Okay, so now I'm gonna click on the button one by one. So first I'm gonna click on the grapes. See, as you can see here guys, product added to the wish list. Okay, so click the button OK now. Now let me click again on the grapes. See, as you can see here guys, product already added. Okay, so we can't add product again and again. Okay, once you have already added, you can't again add the same product to your wish list. Okay, always remember that. So now I am gonna click on the guava. So click on the button add to wish list. So product added to the wish list. Okay, click OK button. So now click on the button again, guava. See, product already added. Okay, I'm gonna add the cherry now to the wish list. See, product added to the wish list. Click OK. Click again on the cherry button. See, product already added. Okay, click OK now. So now guys, I'm gonna add the apple to the wish list, but before that let's see what is there in the wish list. Okay, so now click the button, see the wish list now. See guys, we have 3 products in our wish list now. Okay, and here we have got the button also, remove from the wish list, here also remove from the wish list, here also remove from the wish list. Okay, so now let's get back to the main page, add product now in the wish list, click the button now. So now guys, I am gonna add the apple also. So I am gonna click on the button wish list. See, product added to the wish list. Okay, so now click again on the apple button. See guys, product already added. So now guys, you can't add a single product for double or triple times. Okay, see, product already added, you can't add now. See, guava already added, you can't add it now. Cherry, product already added, you can't add it now again. So click on the apple. See, product already added, so you can't add the product now again and again. Okay, so now guys, I am gonna see the wish list. Okay, to see the wish list guys, we have to click on the button, see the wish list now. So I'm gonna click it now. So see guys, we have 4 products as of now in our wish list. Okay, so guys, below all the products, we have the button also, remove from the wish list, remove from the wish list, and remove from the wish list. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna remove the cherry from the wish list. Okay, so click the button now, remove from the wish list. See guys, product removed from the wish list. Okay, so click OK. Now guys, refresh the page. See, now refresh the page, because we have permanently removed cherry from our wish list. Okay, so now I am gonna remove the apple as well from the wish list. So I'm gonna click the button now. See, product remove from the wish list. Okay, click the button OK. Now refresh the page. See guys, now apple have been gone for permanently. Okay, so now we can't revert it back, we can't bring the back apple. Okay, because we have also removed the apple from our local storage. Okay, so now refresh the page. See, you can't see the product back on your wish list once you have removed it. Okay, so now I am gonna remove the grapes. See, product remove from the wish list. So now click the button OK. Refresh the page. See, we can't bring it back. So grapes have been removed from the local storage permanently. Okay, so now I am gonna remove the last product, which is guava. So I am gonna click on the button remove from the wish list. See, product have been removed from the wish list. Okay, so guys, in this video we are gonna learn how to create this kind of dynamic and awesome application by using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, as well as along with local storage. Okay, so now I am gonna add again some product in our wish list. So we have to go back. So click the button add product now in the wish list. So I'm gonna add cherry first. See, product added to the wish list. Again click on the cherry button. See, product already added. Refresh the page. First refresh the page. Okay, refresh the page. Again click the cherry button. See, it says product already added. Okay, it says guys, product the cherry already added to your wish list. Now you can't add it again and again. Okay, so you can't add the single product for multiple times. Okay, so click the button OK. Now I am gonna add apple as well to the wish list. See, product added to the wish list. Click OK. Again click the apple. Again try to add the apple to your wish list. So click the button now. See, product already added. So click the button OK. So now click the button see the wish list to see our wish list. Okay, so click the button now. So see guys, we have got two products in our wish list. So if you refresh the page, guys, the product is not going to disappear. The product is not going to remove unless and until you are gonna click the button remove from the wish list. Then only your product is going to remove from your wish list. Okay, so now I am gonna remove the product also from the wish list. For first I am gonna remove the cherry. So I am gonna click the button remove from the wish list. See, product remove from the wish list. So guys, cherry have been removed. Okay, so now refresh the page. See, we can't bring it back. Now I am gonna remove the apple as well from the wish list. Product have been removed from the wish list. Okay, so click the button OK. Refresh the page. See, refresh the page. So we can't bring it back. Once we have removed it from the wish list, guys, we can't bring it back because we have permanently deleted the product from the local storage as well. If you wanted to add wish list, first see some products in your wish list. First you have to again add the product in your wish list. Okay, so go back. So now I am gonna add the guava again to our wish list. Yeah, product have been added to the wish list. Again click the button. See, product already added. So to see our wish list, we have to click the button see the wish list now. Okay, so guys, we have got one product in our wish list. So refresh the page. See, it is not going to remove. So guys, in this video we are gonna learn how to create this kind of dynamic application by using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, as well as local storage. Okay, so guys, now let's get started and let's learn how to build this kind of dynamic application for our what can I say, e-commerce website. Okay, yes guys, this is gonna help you in e-commerce website whenever you are supposed to create whenever you are about to create a e-commerce website. This application is gonna help a lot in your e-commerce application. Okay, so now guys, let's get started and let's learn. Please guys, it's a request, it's a humble request, please guys, watch entire video. Then only you are gonna understand something, then only you're gonna learn something from this video, from this session. Okay, so guys, now let's get started and let's learn. Okay, but guys, before starting of the video, I would like to request you all guys, please guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please press the bell icon also, so that whenever I will upload a new video in the playlist, you are gonna be notified and you can watch them instantly and you can learn from them also. Okay, and guys, if you like this video, if you have learned something from this video, please guys, do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please press the bell icon also, and please share this video among your friends, among your colleague, among your groups, so that they will be also learning along with you, and they will be also knowing how to create a simple e-commerce website, which is having a wish list application also. Okay, so now let's get started and let's learn. So now let's go to the code editor. So I'm gonna create a new page, wish list products.html. okay, so save the page now. So now HTML code with ER Prabhat Pandit. Okay, so guys, by now you all know that my name is Prabhat Pandit and I am a software developer. I am working as a ServiceNow developer at Happiest Minds, Bangalore, and I have got more than 4 years of experience into software development. Okay, so now first of all guys, I am gonna paste some of the CDN links, some of the links from the previous example only. So I'm gonna go to the previous example and I'm gonna copy these CDN links from here and I'm gonna paste it here. So paste it here. I will explain you guys all these CDN links. So as you can see here, the first CDN link or the first simple link is bootstrap.min.css. okay, yes guys, I'm gonna use Bootstrap in this session to save our lot of time, to save our lot of efforts also. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the folder name CSS and this is the file name bootstrap.min.css, and this is the font awesome icon CDN link. Okay, as you can see here, font awesome.min.css, and this is the CDN link for Sweet Alert 2 CSS. okay, as you can see guys, here I am using Sweet Alert here also. Okay, I'm using Sweet Alert here also. As you can see, this is the Sweet Alert to alert the user that product have been added to the wish list, or that product have been removed from the wish list, so that I am using Sweet Alert 2 here. Okay, so this is the CDN link for Sweet Alert 2. I'm gonna paste again one more CDN link from the previous example only. So I'm gonna copy this CDN link, which is the JS file for Sweet Alert 2. Okay, so guys, this is the JS file for Sweet Alert 2. As you can see here, sweetalert2.all.min.js. okay, so it's done guys. I have already added all the CDN links required for this application, for this session. Okay, so now let's get started and code. So guys, first of all, I'm gonna create a div. Give it a class as a container, and give margin top 5 also, margin bottom 5 also, and close this div. And inside this div, I'm gonna create a h1 element. Give class text center, text info. Okay, and close this h1 first, and inside this h1, I'm gonna write some text. So learn coding with ER Prabhat Pandit. Okay, so below this I'm gonna copy this, and below this I'm gonna paste it, and I'm gonna write a text. So just go to the previous example and let me just copy the text guys. Dynamic wish list of products. Okay, so paste it here, save your code, copy the file path, and first of all just see the output. Okay, so open the new tab, paste it here, click the enter. Yes, we can see some text here, learn coding with ER Prabhat Pandit, and dynamic wish list of product. Okay guys, let me mention you guys one thing. So guys, this video we're gonna be in 2 parts. Okay, yes guys, this video gonna be in 2 parts. So this will be the first part, and I will create a second part soon. So guys, if you wanna learn something, please guys watch both the parts, then only you will learn. Okay, yes guys, this video will gonna be the second part only. I will create a this video be gonna be the first part, and the second part video will be created soon. Okay, so now let's go back to the code editor, and below this div I'm gonna create another div. So create a div and give it a class as a container, and margin top 5 and margin bottom 5 also. First of all, close this div, and guys, I am gonna write some comment also, so that it will help you whenever you will watch my second video also. Okay, so product, I'm gonna write product page. Okay, starts from here. Okay, so now guys, inside this div I'm gonna create another div. Give it a class as a row, and give justify content also center. So first of all, close this div, and inside this div I'm gonna create so another div. So div give class, okay, as a call lg3, call xl3, and call xs12, call md6, call sm12. Okay, close this div now. So guys, as you can see here, I am using predefined bootstrap classes. Okay, so guys, wherever I am using classes, okay, I am using bootstrap predefined classes. Okay, as you can see, these all classes are predefined bootstrap classes. Okay, so yes guys, we will write our own CSS also, but just to save our time I am doing this, and it's a good practice guys to learn bootstrap, to learn Tailwind also, so that it is gonna it is gonna fast forward your development. Rapid development can be achieved by using predefined classes. Okay, that's why I am using CSS bootstrap predefined classes in this tutorial, in this session also. So now I'm gonna create another div inside this div, and another div, give it a class as a product only. Okay, product, and close this div, and inside this div I'm gonna create img element. So img give src images, and forward slashes, and give green, okay. So just let me go to the folder where I have saved some of the images of the products. Okay, so yeah, just go here, and first of all I'm gonna use grapes. So where is the grapes? Yeah, this is the grape.png. So copy it from here and paste it here, and okay, so I'm gonna give the class also img fluid and fluid also. Okay, so okay, so now give the id also as product image. Okay, product image, and below this image guys, I'm gonna create h1 element, or to create h2 element, no issue at all. So I'm gonna give the name of the products. Okay, so I'm gonna give the product name sweet grapes. Okay, sweet grapes, and below this h2 I'm gonna create a para element. So p, close this p, and inside this p I'm gonna write some, what can I say, descriptions about the product. Okay, so grapes is very good for health. Okay, and mental peace also. Okay, so guys, just some random text, nothing else. Okay, and below this p I am gonna create a button element. Okay, So guys, just be careful and watch the entire video, okay? Then only you will learn something from this video, from this session. Otherwise it's a waste of time, okay? So I'm gonna give the text as add to wish list, okay? Add to wish list, simple. And I'm gonna give the class also as add to wish list, okay? And also btn secondary, also btn sm, and yeah, that's it. And guys, now we are going to define some data set, okay? So guys, now we are going to define some data set on the button element only, okay guys? Always remember, now we are going to define some data set on the button element itself, okay? So just pay attention guys. So I am gonna give the data dash product dash name, okay, equal to, what will be the name guys? I am gonna give product grapes, okay? Product grapes, okay? And again I am gonna define some more data sets. So data dash, okay, data dash product dash image, dash image equal to this image only, okay guys? So this images green dash grapes dot png. So copy from here and paste it here. And now again I am going to define some data sets on the button element only. So data dash, okay, data dash product dash descriptions, okay? Descriptions equal to, I'm gonna write some descriptions. So I'm gonna copy this product descriptions from here only, and I'm gonna paste it here, okay? I'm gonna paste it here. Yes guys, so now save your code. That's it. So now save your code, go to the browser, and first of all refresh your page, and let's see the output first. Yeah, we have this one only. So now guys, I'm gonna copy this ID from here to here, from here to here, and I'm gonna paste it 3 more times, okay? I'm gonna paste it 3 more times, and later on we will change the data, okay? Later on we will change the data. So yeah, it will save a lot of time also. So now guava, so copy the image guys from here only. So copy this image from here, guava, and yeah, just change this to guava, change the name also, sweet guava, okay? And change the text also, so I'm gonna change the text also from here. So guava is very good for teeth, okay? Teeth health, okay? As you all know guys. So that's it. So now I'm gonna change the data src details also. So I'm gonna change the name first of sweet guava. So I'm gonna change the name also. So data product name, so I'm gonna change this to sweet guava, and I'm gonna change the image also. So copy this image from here, and data product image, so I'm gonna change this image also from here also. So change this to here, and I'm gonna change the descriptions also, okay? So copy this description from here, and here we have data product descriptions, okay? Data product descriptions, so I'm gonna change it, okay? So yeah, we have now guava is very good for teeth health, okay? So now I'm gonna change other details also. So now copy the image from here only, cherry, copy it from here, and paste it here. So I will add the name sweet cherry. Okay, sweet cherry. So copy this name from here, and I'm gonna change the data product name attribute to this. Okay, data product name attribute to this sweet cherry. I'm gonna change the image also. So copy this image from here, and I'm gonna change the image, this image guys. Okay, data product image to this image. Okay, our cherry image. So paste it here. So now I'm gonna copy this descriptions from here, from the example, and I'm gonna paste it here. Okay, I'm gonna paste it here, and I'm gonna copy this descriptions from here only, and I'm gonna change the descriptions. Okay, data product descriptions, I'm gonna change it now to this. So paste it here. So now we have changed our data, we have changed our data product name, we have changed our data product image, and we have also changed our data product descriptions. Okay, so now we have got the last one. So last one is apple. So we will write this sweet apple, and just copy this descriptions from here only, from the example, and paste it here. Okay, paste it here, and we will change the image also. So just inspect this, go here and copy it from here. Okay, so now we will change this to this. Okay, so now guys, we have to change our data src value also. So now I'm gonna copy this sweet apple, and I'm gonna change this product data product name attribute. Okay, so to this sweet product. Okay, so change it here. I'm gonna copy this image from here also, apple image from here, and we have to change data product image. Okay, so now I'm gonna change this to this, and copy the descriptions also from here, and change this to, we have to change this data product descriptions. Okay, this data product descriptions we have to change. So I'm gonna change it. Okay, so now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page, because we have done with our HTML part. Okay, we have done with our HTML part guys. Okay, so now go to the browser and refresh the page now. Okay, so now guys, we have to style it. Okay, so I'm gonna write some of these custom CSS also to make it like this. Okay, so guys, we have to make this, we have to guys make this, okay, like this. Okay, so for that I have to write some custom CSS also. So I'm gonna write some custom CSS also. So I'm gonna go in the head section, so create a style sheet. Okay, and I'm gonna write a style sheet also, our custom CSS guys. Okay, so first of all, universal selector asterisk, and give padding 0, give margin also 0, and give box sizing as border box. Okay, so now guys, I'm gonna copy this product class from here, this product class from here. Okay, as you all can see, we have got the product class on each and every card. Okay, on each and every card we have got this product class. Okay, as you can see here also, as you can see here also, as you can see here also. Okay, so now I am going to target this class here in our style sheet. So paste it here and give background color as hash f5 f5 f5. Okay, and give box sizing also as border box, give box radius also 6px, give overflow also hidden, and give position as relative, give padding bottom also 20px, and give border radius to 10px. Okay, and give display also flex, and give flex direction also as wrap, column, and give align item center, give align content also center. Okay, so now save your code, go to the browser and see the output. Okay, this is our page guys. So refresh the page now. Okay, we have seen this. So we have to put some kind of box shadow also. so that we can recognize our box, our card. Okay, so I'm gonna give box shadow also of 2px, or give 2px, 2px, 20px, RGBA, and just change the value of opacity. Okay, so 0. Give 2. Save your code, go to the browser, and now see the output first. Okay, so now we can see this. So guys, let me just remind you guys all. So guys, this video we're gonna be in 2 parts. Okay, this video will be in 2 parts, guys. So this will be this first part. This will be the first part, and I will create a second part soon. Okay, after this. So guys, this will be the first part only. Okay, so be careful about that. You have to watch both the series. You have to watch both the videos. Then only you will be understanding. Then only you will be learning how to create a dynamic wish list using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, and guys, if you like this video, please guys do subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please press the bell icon also, guys. Okay, so now let's get back to the code editor again. So now I'm gonna copy this fluid class, okay, from the image. As you can see, guys, this is the img tag, and it has got the class fluid. Okay, so guys, every img tag, every img element has got the class, has got the same class fluid. Okay, as you can see here, every img element has got the class, same class fluid. Okay, fluid is also here, fluid is also here, fluid is also here. Okay, and fluid is also here, fluid is also here. So now I am gonna target this in our style sheet. So put point, put it, and give width 100%, and give position relative, and give object fit cover. Okay, and give display also as block, and give height as 300px. So now save your code, go to the browser, and see the output. Okay, so guys, we have got this. Okay, so yeah, that's looking fine. So we have to give some class to this para. Okay, so give text center. So now save your code, go to the browser, and refresh your page. Okay, so copy this class from here and paste on every para element. Okay, paste on every para element. So paste it here also, and paste it here also, and paste it here also. So now save your code, go to the browser, and see the output. Okay, so now our text is in the center of card. Okay, so we have got this, guys: product image, product name, product descriptions, and a button to add to wish list. Okay, product image, product name, okay, and product descriptions, and a button to add to wish list. Okay, so just guys give some class also here also. So margin top 3, and margin bottom also 3. So save your code, go to the browser, and refresh your page. Okay, so now it is looking cool. So copy this class from here and paste on every h2 element. Okay, paste on every h2 element, paste here also, and paste here also. So save your code, go to the browser, and see the output first. Okay, so now guys, our card is looking bit dynamic and innovative also. Okay, so our card is looking bit dynamic and innovative also. So guys, we are done with the CSS and HTML part. Okay guys, we are done with the HTML and CSS part, and now guys, we have to write our JavaScript to add this product to our wish list, to our local storage, and from the local storage we will show our product on the wish list page also. So that page I will create tomorrow in the second part of the video, in the second series of the video. Okay, so now let's get back to the code editor. So below this I'm gonna create a script tag. I'm gonna create a script element. So I'm gonna create a script. Yeah, so now we will write our JavaScript inside this. Okay, so now guys, pay attention, because I am gonna write JavaScript now. So now guys, I'm gonna write JavaScript. So first of all, I'm gonna write comment also. So function, guys, I'm gonna write comment for you, and it is a good practice to write comment in your code, in your application, okay, in your programming. Function to add product to the wish list, okay, to the wish list, okay. So below this, I'm gonna create a function. And the function name will be add to wish list, okay. And inside this, we have to define some parameters. Okay. So I'm gonna write product name here, product name, product image, and product descriptions, okay. Because guys, you can see here in the button element, guys, on every button element, guys, you can see, guys, I have already explained you, on every button element we have got some data attribute, okay. So guys, on every button element we have got some data attribute, and it is this data product name. So product of the name, okay, as you can see here, sweet apple, data product image, okay, as you can see here, product image, okay, product image, and data product data dash descriptions, and we have got the descriptions about the product, okay, as you can see here. So guys, on every button element I have got these three attribute: data product name, data product image, and data product descriptions, okay. Here also guys, on the this button also we have got data product name, okay, data product image, and data product descriptions, okay. On this element also guys, we have some data elements. So data product name, product of the name, data product images of the product, and data product descriptions about the product, okay, descriptions about the product, okay. So now that's why guys, I have taken here three parameters: product name, product image, and product descriptions, okay. Because we will have only product name, product image, and product descriptions, okay. So here I have also taken in the function add to wish list product name, product images, and product descriptions, okay. So now I am going to define. So first of all, I am going to write comment here in the function itself. So get, okay, get existing wish list items from the local storage or initialize an empty array, okay, empty array. So guys, this comment says if some product is already there inside our local storage, okay. So guys, this comment is saying if some products are already there inside our local storage, then we will fetch it. If nothing is there, then we will initialize an empty array, okay guys. This comment says if something is there in the local storage already, then we will fetch it. Otherwise, if it is not there, then we will initialize an empty array, and we will store it in the local storage, okay. So guys, now go here and create a const equal to existing wish list, okay, existing wish list equal to json dot parse. As you all know guys, if we want to fetch something from the local storage, we have to provide key, okay. So guys, as you all know, if we have to fetch something from the local storage back on our page, we have to provide key, then only we will fetch it value from the local storage, okay. So json dot parse, so local storage dot get item, and we have to provide the key here. So I'm gonna provide here key wish list, okay, wish list. If it is not there, then we will initialize initialize the empty array, or we will store it in the local storage. Okay, so now guys, I'm gonna write comment also, so that it will explain you what I'm doing here. Okay, so check if the product is already in the wish list. Okay, in the wish list. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna check if the product, the user right now have clicked on the button to add in the product, to add the product in the wish list. If it is already there, then we will not add it, and we will alert the user that product is already added in the wish list. Try to add a new product, try to add a different product to the wish list. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. So I hope guys I am too clear to explain you. That's why guys I am writing all the comments and I am explaining you again and again. Okay, so guys, here I am doing this. This comment says guys, if something is already there in the wish list, then we will not add it. Instead, we will alert the user that product is already added to the wish list. Please try to add a different product. Please try to add a new product to the wish list. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. So const, so create a const. Okay, is already in wish list equal to existing wish list dot sum. I'm gonna check guys. Okay, so guys, as you all know, in JavaScript, sum is used to check if something is already in the array or not. Okay, so sum, and it takes one callback function. So I'm gonna provide here item, and I'm gonna write here fat array function. Okay, I'm gonna write here fat array function. So, and we will check if this item guys, okay, this item dot product name equal to this product name. Okay guys, this product name. Okay, this product name, paste it here, this product name. Then we will alert the user. This product name. Then so if okay, so guys, first of all, let me just explain you some little bit about the sum function in JavaScript. Okay, so just go to the Google and click sum in JavaScript. Okay, so click the first link, and as you can see here, descriptions, sum method checks if any array element pass a test, provide a callback function. So guys, it will run for entire element in the array, and if some element passes the what can I say, test, then it will execute a callback function and it will return true if the element passes the test. If not, it will return the false. Otherwise, it will return the false. Okay, and the method does not execute to the function for empty array element. The method does not change the original array. Okay, so it is just gonna check guys if some element passes the test or not for provided callback function. Okay, so that's what guys, as you can see here. So let me just click here. As you can see, it is checking adult dot age, and it is providing return if age is greater than 18. So guys, in the array we have got three elements, 0, 1, 2, 3, and here 18 is also here. So it will return true because the age is greater than 18, and this array contains 18 also. So it will return true. Okay, so it will return true. As you can see here, check the array element passes to the test, it returns true if the function returns true for the array element, and it will return false if the array does not contains the, or the element does not pass the test. Okay, so now let's cut it out and go back to the code. So now guys, I'm gonna check if the element is already in the array. So negation of this, if the element is already in the array, so now, and if so, now we will create existing array. Okay, existing array dot push equal what to push, guys? We will push some of the elements. Okay, so I'm gonna push this product name, I'm gonna push this product name, comma, this product image from here, and comma, this product descriptions. Okay, from here only. Okay, so now we have to write our alert. Okay, so we have to write our alert now. So we have to alert the user also that product have been already added to the wish list. Okay, please try to add a new product now. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the Sweet Alert. So go to the Google first and search Sweet Alert 2. Click the first link. Yeah, and let me just show you which alert I'm gonna use from this Sweet Alert. So go down. Yeah, this is the alert, guys, I'm gonna use because it contains images also. Okay, so just copy it from here and paste it here. Below this, paste it here, and okay, paste it here, give some space. So okay, so now title will be product already product is added to this wish list. So product added to the wish list. Okay, and we will change this, and we will change this image to our this product image. Okay, our this product image. So copy it from here and paste it here. Copy it from here, paste it here. So now we will show also, we will add something, show cancel button, and we will provide as a false. Okay, and we will show we will add also focusable, focus confirm as true. Okay, so I hope, guys, you know what is Sweet Alert and what I am doing here, so that it will not create any confusion, any doubts in your mind. So yeah, I'm just hoping, guys, that what is Sweet Alert. Else we will say, so else just copy this alert from here only and paste it here. Just paste it here. Okay, paste it here, and we will just change the text. So product already added. Okay, we will just change the text here, product already added. Okay, and rest all will be same. So just remove this text from here. We don't require this. If you required, you can keep it. So as of now, I am removing it. So now we are done with this JavaScript for adding to wish list. Okay, so now we have to save this array. Guys. Okay, this array in the local storage now. Okay, because we have already added product like product name, product image, or descriptions to this wish list array, and now we have to make this array in a string, because you only know, guys, we can only add something to our local storage in the form of text. Okay, we can't add array, we can't add array function, we can't like add or store objects in our local storage, we can only store something in our local storage in the form of text. Okay, so now we have to convert this array back into the text by using javascript json.stringify method. Then we will store this text, this array back into our local storage. Okay, so just copy this array from here, and below this I'm gonna write a comment also, so that it will be like self explanation. You can understand. So save the updated updated wish list back to the local storage. Okay, local storage. All right, again same new comment for you only, guys. Okay, so store the wish list array, okay, in local storage, okay, in the form of text. Okay, because guys I already explained you, we can only store something in our local storage in the form of text. So we have to convert this array, guys. Okay, this array, we have to convert this array back into text by using JSON JavaScript method json.stringify. Okay, so I'm gonna do that now. So local storage dot set item, and I'm gonna set the item wish product. Okay, wish product. Okay, because I have already wish list in our JSON, okay, in our local storage. So I'm gonna change the keyword key wish product. Okay, and JSON dot stringify, and we have to pass the array as a parameter to this function. Okay, so guys, first of all, just change this text here also, this keyword here also, so here also. Okay, because guys, let me just show you, because we have the same key in our what can I say, local storage. Okay, as you can see here, we have got the key wish list, and it contains some like products. Okay, because so if we will store again the same keyword, same key with the same value, it will override. Okay, it will override. So I'm gonna change this key to wish list product here also, and here also wish list product. Okay, okay, so okay guys, so now below this local storage function, I am gonna write a click event to this buttons. Okay, a click event to this buttons, guys. Okay, so now I am gonna write the function JavaScript to add the functionality to this buttons, add to wish list. Then only we will be able to add our product in our local storage. Okay, so now I am gonna do that. So attach a click event to each add to wish list buttons. Okay, buttons. So now I'm going to write a function. So const add to wish list button. Okay, button, add to wish list button. Okay, so buttons, because we have lots of buttons here. So document dot query selector all, and I am gonna select the buttons by its class. Okay, so by its class. So we have got the class, guys, on every button, add to wish list. Okay, as you can see here, this is the class on the button, this is the class here on the button also, this is the class add to wish list on the button also. So this is the class here also, add to wish list. Okay, so guys, each and every button has got the same class add to wish list. Okay, each and every buttons guys here on the page has got the same class add to wish list. Okay, so now I am gonna use document.query selector all and paste it here, and I am gonna attach event listener on this variable. So paste it here, dot for each, and it takes one parameter. So I'm gonna give button only and fat arrow function. Okay, and fat arrow function, and now on this button guys, we will attach a event listener. Click event listener on this button, we will attach dot add event listener, and we will attach a click event. So click, and we will run a function, we will create a fat arrow function here, so equal to fat arrow function, and so I'm gonna create some const here. So const, okay, equal to product name. Okay, product name equal to button dot get attribute. Okay, and which attribute guys we are gonna take? We are gonna take its button product. So I'm gonna take the attribute data product name. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, I have already explained you earlier. So each and every button has got three attributes, three extra attribute: data product name, data product image, and data product descriptions. Okay, so guys, each and every button has got three extra attributes: data product name, data product image, and data product descriptions. Okay, here also, and here also. Okay, so guys, I hope guys you are getting me what I am saying here and what I am explaining you here also. Okay, so paste it here, and just copy this const and paste it 2 times. Paste here also, and just change this to product, just change this to product image, and just change this to product descriptions. Okay, product descriptions, just go on the button element and just copy this data product image attribute. Okay, data product image attribute, copy it from here and paste it here. Again, go back to the buttons and copy this data product descriptions attribute. Okay, data product descriptions attribute, because we have got each and every buttons data product name, data product descriptions, and data product image on each and every button guys. Okay, so just go here and paste it here, and so now we will just update our this function. Okay, add to wish list. Okay, so copy it from here, this function, copy it from here and paste it here, and we will just pass this const as a parameter. Okay, we will just pass this const as a parameter to our function. Which function? Add to wish list. Okay, so save it now. Okay, so now I hope guys we are done with the JavaScript also, and guys, I think guys I have explained you enough on each and every step while I was writing JavaScript. Okay, so just save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, and try to click on the button. Now I am gonna click on the button, first button. Yeah, we have got some error guys, so let me just check the error. Go to the console, so add to wish list button, unexpected identifier, add to wish list button. Okay guys, we have to write const, but by mistake I have written console. We have to write const, by mistake I have written console. Okay, so change this to const. Yeah, now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Existing wish list is not defined. Existing wish list on 162, on 162. So existing wish list, yeah, it's already defined. Local storage dot set item. Okay, yeah, we have to paste this inside the function. Okay, so because we have defined our is already existing wish list in our function only, so we have to paste this inside the function here only. So paste it here only, because I was pasting it outside of the function, that's why it was saying existing wish list is not defined. So we have to paste this inside the function, because we have defined existing wish list inside the function only. Okay, so it has to be inside the function only. Okay, so now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, so now guys, we don't have any error in our console, so our codes might work now. So just cut the console and refresh the page one more time. So now click the button guys, add to wish list. Yeah, see, boom guys, product added to the wish list. See guys, it working. Again click on the same button. See, product already added. Boom guys, product already added. It working. See, product added to the wish list. So let me just open the console, developer tool, go to the application. Okay, go to the application. So guys, here we have got our wish product, and as of now we have got two products. Okay, so product name is grape. Okay, and the second product is sweet guava. Okay, so now guys, I am gonna add the cherry also. So just guys, pay attention here in the console. So guys, I am gonna add the cherry also. So just pay attention here guys. Okay, in the console. Okay, so guys, product added to the wish list. So guys, see, now our sweet cherry is also here. See guys, our sweet cherry is also here. Let me just refresh the page. See, after refreshing the page also guys, our product is not going to disappear. Our product is not going to disappear. See, it is saying product already added. It is saying guys, product already added. It is saying product already added, because we have the same we have already the same product in our array, and it is checking by using some method guys. I am checking if the product is already in the wish list or not. Okay, so guys, now I am gonna add the sweet apple in the product list, in the wish list. So pay attention here only in the console. See, boom guys, product added to the wish list. Okay, product added to the wish list, and we have got the third element also. Okay, product name is apple, product name is sweet apple, product image is this, and product description is this: one apple a day keeps doctors away. Okay, so guys, now refresh the page. Okay, now refresh the page and try to add into the wish list. See, we are getting product already added. Okay, because we have the same product in the array already, so we can't add the same product again and again in our product, in our wish list. Okay, we can't add it again and again. So try to add. See guys, product already added. Okay, see, product already added. See, product already added. Refresh the page. Okay, refresh the page. See, product already added. Product already added. Okay, product already added, and product already added. Okay, so now just go to the developer tool and remove the key manually. Go to the application and remove this wish list product. Okay, because this is our wish list product, as I already showed you. This is our wish list product key. Okay, so wish list product key, so just remove this. Okay, so delete it. So now refresh it and refresh the page also. Refresh the page also, or just guys, don't refresh the page. Okay, so now we have deleted our wish list key from the local storage, and now try to add the product in the wish list without refreshing the page. Okay, See guys, it's working dynamically. Okay, so product added to the wish list. Okay, we have not refreshed the page guys, but it is checking that product is still in the like local storage or not, but it is not there because we have already removed it, and now our product is added to the wish list. Okay, so now add this also. So product added to the wish list. Add the cherry also. So product added to the wish list. So click on the apple. So product added to the wish list. Okay, so now again click. See guys, product already added. See guys, product already added. See guys, product already added. See, product already added. Now refresh the page. Okay, now refresh the page. Refresh again one more time. Now try to add. See guys, product already added. See guys, product already added. See, product already added, and product already added in the wish list. Okay, and this is our go to the application. Go to the application, and here our wish product. It contains 4 elements: 0, 1, 2, or 3. Okay, product name sweet guava, product names grapes, sweet cherry, and sweet apple. Product image and product descriptions. See, product name, product image, product descriptions, and see, all the 3 things have been here. Okay, so guys, in the next video we will learn how to fetch this product which we have stored in our local storage in our wish list page. Okay, like this guys, we will learn how to fetch it on our another page, on the next page. Okay, so guys, I already explained you, I already told you this will be the first video of this series. So I will make a second video, and in the second video guys, we will learn how to fetch the product which we have been added to our wish list on our HTML page. Okay, like this product added, and click here to see the wish list. Okay, so guys, this functionality guys, we will learn in the next video, in the second video, because I already told you this will be the first part, and I will create a next part soon. Okay, so guys, in this video, in the second part, we got to know how to create a product and how to add product to your wish list dynamically without refreshing the page or after refreshing the page also. Okay, so see, product already added, and product already added. Okay, so guys, now this is the first part, and I will create a second part soon. On the second part, we will learn how to fetch the product which we have already added to our local storage on our HTML page, on our HTML web page. Okay, so I hope guys I have explained you each and everything here. So guys, that's why I have to write so much of comments for you guys, and I have explained you each and everything. So just guys, let me paste something from the previous example. So this is sweet alert, this is the CSS for sweet alert and nothing else. Okay, so don't worry about it, I will explain you in the next video, in the second part, because this is the first part of the video. In the second part, we will learn how to fetch our product from the local storage back on our HTML page. Okay, on our HTML page. See, now it's looking cool. See, product already added, okay, so guys, I hope guys I have explained you everything step by step in this video from this session. Okay, still guys, you have any doubt, any confusion in your mind, please guys feel free to ask me in the comment section, and I will clear all your doubts, all your queries about this session, about this video. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video. If you have learned something guys from this video, please guys do subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please guys press the bell icon also, and please share this video guys among your friends, among your colleagues, among your group, so that they will be also learning how to create this kind of videos, how to create this kind of dynamic wish list page. Okay, so guys, see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care guys. This is Prabhat Pandit signing off now.